What's up, Virgo? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, before we get into anything, I know that the video quality is really, really poor. It's really shitty. I had actually gone to the store, wanting to update everything. So I spent almost like 3 G's on this Mac laptop, and the video quality is poor. The computer doesn't work too well, and Apple rather will not take it back. So just give me a moment to figure it out, guys, because I had to give my other computer to my father because he needed it. So I will figure this out. So I just don't want comments about it because I already know it's an issue that needs to be fixed. Sound will be fixed as well. All right, guys. So, all right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's see what's going on for you guys in the month of February. So this is going to be a general reading. Whatever pops up, pops up. And it's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, okay? So let's see what's up, y'all. Hopefully I'm able to record this with no problems. But anyone looking to get a computer, I really just, it's not even worth the money. Do not get a Mac. The older Macs definitely work way better than this one. Although this one is kind of fancy, but yeah, not worth it. All right, so let's see what is going on with the sign of Virgo, February 2019. All right, guys. All right, so we have your past. Okay, present and future. I'm going to show you guys what deck I'm using because everyone's always asking. So let's save some time here. So Tarot of the Night, okay? All right, so let's see what's up, guys. Now, the energy that you guys have is the Hermit card in the reverse, all right? Now, this is your card. With the Hermit card in the reverse, one of two things is happening. Maybe it's both things. One, you could be coming out of a place of limbo that you've been in your life. Or there can be something in your life that you're kind of moving towards or that you're involved in somehow where you don't have all the facts. So sometimes a Hermit card in the reverse, let's say someone's asked to do a test from chapters 1 to 5 and they only study chapters 1 and 2. That's kind of like the Hermit card in the reverse in some cases. Now we have the King of Cups in the reverse behind this. So maybe you're not aware that someone's emotionally unstable or kind of being a player, or maybe you're moving out of a situation where you could have been dealing with a promiscuous or unstable situation. All right, but with the Four of Wands, there's balance, although somebody may feel some sort of harsh ending or some sort of betrayal with the Ten of Swords back there. So let's talk about this. Now, going into your past, guys, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse, okay? Now, with the Three of Swords in the reverse, some sort of pain that you're suppressing. It could be a heartbreak that you're slowly getting over. Why is this Three of Swords in the reverse here? But usually it's just a disappointment that someone suppresses. All right, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And we have the High Priestess. So there is a situation that you were highly tuned into. You knew what was up. You knew what was going on. Your soul felt everything. And whether it was you or, someone that you made feel this way, all of these energies can be vice versa, guys. So it could be happening to you or something that you're doing to another person. But in this case, somebody's very well aware of what's happening in a situation and it has them very upset. It has them feeling very unstable, okay? But the intuition is very high here. Now, with your next card, you have the Page of Swords for the past. So I really feel that there was a very honest conversation about this. The Page of Swords is my favorite communicator because this is someone who is not going to bullshit you. This is someone who's telling you exactly how it is. Why is this Page of Swords here? We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So real talk, talking about the truth, laying all cards out on the table, metaphorically speaking. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So honestly, I feel like the truth came out in the situation, guys. And now you're sitting here and it's like, okay, things are not stable, but we have to find a way to work through this. So for some of y'all, it could have been just a relationship issue that you're trying to work through. For others of you, it could have been any other area in your life. It could be work, family, friends, things like that. But with the last card being the Knight of Cups, there is a lot of water energy here. So maybe a lot of you were dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, if not a water energy, then the Knight of Cups is just someone that can be very charming, somebody who is very easy to talk to, very charismatic. Usually very liked. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Okay, so we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Six of Swords. Okay, so somebody could have just decided, look, I'm not going to work on this anymore. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not putting effort into this. Or you could have been saying that to someone else. But with the Six of Swords, you know, you had difficulty moving away from something. All right, so definitely, you know, a tumultuous situation here. Now we have the Strength card and the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So trying to be strong, you know, throughout all of this, throughout the ending that's happening here. Maybe you're going out more, maybe you're socializing more, maybe you're relying on friends more. But I feel like you guys are dealing with a difficult situation and just trying to get through it in a strong way in this past, okay? Now, moving into the present moment. The first card here is the Lover's card. All right, so let's see what's going on with this Lover's card. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So in a love situation, and it doesn't have to be intimate, guys. It could just be someone that you're very close to. It could even be in regards to a job, something that you're very heavily invested in. But there's something that, you know, is just not working in a cohesive manner. You're not seeing eye to eye with somebody. Maybe they're not seeing eye to eye with you. And we have the Ten of Swords. So there's this love situation that I feel a lot of you may be trying to get through. Or just a situation where truths came out and it's like you still got love for the person or you're still attached to the situation somehow, but there's just heavy feelings here. With the Ten of Swords, that's betrayal, that's burden, that's harsh, you know, and heavy endings. All right, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. So with the King of Cups in the reverse, could have been because of promiscuity in a relationship, okay? Or just something that has someone feeling very emotionally unstable, okay? Something that won't continue with the Three of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like there's just something you stop waiting on. And a lot of you are kind of in a place where you're trying to find balance, although you feel unhappy in a situation and how it's going. So in the middle of this entire reading, the middle card and the next card for your present moment, we have the Moon card. So this is secrets that come out. This is clarity in situations. This is healing from situations as well. This is also awakening, you know, seeing the truth of it all. We have the Queen of Swords, so you guys could be involved with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or just with seeing the truth of a situation, you can just become very guarded. The Queen of Swords, you know, whether it's a guy or girl, this is a very beautiful being, but they're very, very smart. All right, so they're not going to necessarily just jump into anything without, you know, doing their due diligence and their research. Now, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, so for 97% of you, this is going to be just not wanting to worry about the situation. For that 3%, there could be some of you that are overly anxious about this, okay? But there is something happening. There is some sort of shift happening. So for a lot of you, like I said, it's going to be, you know, the anxiety going away. But you have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You have the Six of Wands. You have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is all a shift where if you felt rejected, left out in the cold, if you felt like there's a lot of fighting that you're going through, a situation maybe where there's 3 or more people involved, then you're finally moving away from that. And I see a lot of abundance and happiness coming in. Now, if there is conflict that continues, it's because someone is stuck on what caused the problem in the first place, all right? Because we have that Five of Swords, Eight of Swords, Chariot in the reverse, Hermit card in the reverse. So, you know, there's a situation that I feel it's possible to come out of. But again, someone is so stuck on what they couldn't control about this that, you know, they're just not 100% ready to let that go. So things may be getting better, but in the back of someone's head, it's like, okay, this is good, but damn, like, you really did that shit to me, bro. Like, that sucks. So that's really what I'm picking up here, all right? But you do find a way for your soul to be at ease with the Temperance card here. This deck is so beautiful. I love it. Anything that has pink and purple in it, I'm like down for it. So we have the Two of Pentacles here. And let me pull one more card for this Temperance card. And we have the Seven of Swords. All right. So someone is definitely at ease with the situation. They're healing in the situation. But there's a particular balance that you or a person that you're dealing with is trying to find. And something that a person may be keeping on the low. Something that a person may be withholding. I'm going to have to pull more cards here because I'm not satisfied with that. I want a little more information here. So what is truly going on here? we have the Six of Cups. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands. Four of Swords. Okay. So for some of you, maybe you're in a situation where there's two different paths that you can take. You're trying to figure out which one it is, but that's not something that you're going to speak about, okay? Obviously, until you're sure. But there's something about the past that's still heavily ingrained within you, all right? With the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, you're coming out of a place where there could have been some sort of rejection or someone leaving someone out in the cold, that sort of thing. But someone is definitely in a place where they're deciding, what's best for me? And is there something that I need to release? Someone here, guys, is just not being genuine, okay? And for a lot of you, again, this could be vice versa. For a lot of you, I'm feeling that you already know what's going to bring you ease, but you may be scared to take that step, okay? Because I see a sense of you knowing in your soul what's going to make you feel good, but being in a place where you kind of don't want to make things worse than what they may be at right now. Okay. Now, moving forward into your future, guys, the first card that we have here is the Hanged Man in the reverse. You're going against the flow with something. There's something that just doesn't feel natural for you. There's something that you could feel like you're kind of overexerting yourself. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Two of Swords. Okay. Honestly, I see, if this is within love, someone who may have cheated in the past, they tried working things out with their partner and it started working in a cohesive manner, but then now they're tempted by going back to that cheating situation maybe. Because, and it could happen in a few different ways. It could be, slight variations of what I just said. But there's someone who worked to get something, to get to a certain point, and now it's like, damn, I'm kind of thinking about that past situation. Because someone is still conflicted and someone's thinking about going back to someone in the past. All right. And it's a situation, guys, that will really put things out of control. Okay. So we have the Wheel of Fortune as your next card. All right. So things do move forward in a positive way for you. So let's see what happens here. I feel like I'm watching a novella right now. All right. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Ace of Cups. All right, guys. So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, there is a burden that is released. Okay. With this burden being released, with, you giving up on an adverse situation, I feel like that's the best. With the Death card in the reverse, I feel like at least emotionally, some of you are invested in something that is not going to work out. But your heart may still be there in some way, shape, or form. But for those in that position, I feel like you choose to move away from that anyways. Okay. And with the Hierophant in this case, it's wanting to do what's moral, what's right. If you had your situation displayed, let's say like in a town square where everyone from the village is just watching and they're all going to give you your opinion on what decision you should make, you're going to go for the one that, society thinks would be best. So, for example, if you're in a long-term relationship or you're in a marriage, or maybe you've been invested in a job for a long time and you're thinking of, leaving, but it wouldn't be a stable thing. So that sort of thing, I feel like you're going to avoid that. So you're going to avoid the unconventional route. With you guys avoiding that unconventional route, there is passion that comes in. There is love that comes in. So honestly, I see a problem here that needs to be worked through. Okay. And I like that, because for a lot of, the readings, it'll be like, nah, this person has to go. Okay. But here there's issues with the person, but it can be worked through. Okay. Now, I know you guys have seen this phrase before, but I'll say it again. The reason why our grandparents and, most of the older people we know in life were able to stay together so long is because they fixed things. All right, so here I see a situation that needs to and can be fixed, as opposed to walking away to something new and shiny. And that's the tough thing about our generation and what do I want to say, technology and everything nowadays, because we see people that look so good looking and, it's like, wow, they seem like a really awesome person. So oftentimes I see so many people making the mistake to let go of someone that they've had for years to this new and shiny thing. And it's like, guess what? all of us are a little shitty on the inside. It's just going to take you a while to get to know a person before you see that shitty side. So never leave something that is good and solid for you if you know you can be happy there. You know, just for something that looks good in the beginning, because they're going to have their skeletons and you're going to find out shit. Everybody has their problems. It's just a matter of whose problems you want to deal with, okay? So the last card here, guys, is the Seven of Pentacles. So you're planting your seed. You're waiting. You want to see how things are going to develop. Is this chick like grabbing her boob? I don't know what's happening here, guys, but fun deck. So let's see why the Seven of Pentacles is here. What is this waiting about? The Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands in the reverse, okay? You guys are realizing that something is bad judgment, and because you do, you have the Sun card. So a lot of blessings are going to pour in for you guys, okay? So you want to take the route that's conventional here. And not to say, you know, if you've been in a situation for a long time and you're genuinely, you know, not happy, then that's another thing, okay? Then you have to go to wherever your heart is going to, you know, make you happy, or whoever's going to make you happy. But if you know that there's a situation, you know, look at a person. What have they done for you? What have you guys been through? You know, especially if you have a lot under your belt with this person. Do you truly think that's something that you can find in another area? And not to discourage anyone from moving past, you know, a tough situation, but, you know, give people a try. Work on things before, you know, fully moving away. Again, for some of you, you're not going to want to stay where you're at. But for the majority of you where this is resonating, especially within love, you can get through this. You can work through this, okay? So just don't throw in the towel right away. But yeah, definitely new beginnings coming in that are going to be very good. Did I even talk to you guys about these cards? Yeah, I did. Okay. Making sure I'm not getting ahead of myself. All right, Virgo. So I am going to pull you guys some cards of guidance for this month. I'm so glad that this is still recording, okay? All right, so let's see what the advice is. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the Devil card, okay? It's already showing that there's something that would be toxic here, guys. Something that's going to be presented to you that could be very toxic, and that's going to really make people unhappy here. So for those of you that you know, it would be unconventional to take a particular route. And here's the key words to this. If this is something that you would not want to come out, don't do it, okay? You are going to get caught hands down, okay? Whether this pertains to you or the cross-watcher who's checking in on you, you are going to get caught, okay? Let's see why this Three of Pentacles is here. Whatever the temptation is, guys, it's going to fuck everything up. I'm telling you that right now. All right, we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, and we have the Page of Cups. So again, some sort of offer that can come in where it's going to look appealing. It's going to look beautiful. You know, come see me, daddy was good. That's exactly what's happening there. But no, remember, guys, the devil comes as everything that we've ever wanted. All right, so anytime, you know, I find someone in my life or a situation in my life that is everything I asked for, that's when I do my research. Okay, this is too good to be true. Not to be pessimistic, but to be grounded, to be realistic about life and not get myself into crazy, unnecessary shit. But yeah, don't take the offer, guys. The secret will come out. All right, so even though there's going to be tough situations that you're moving away from, you will be able to build through it, guys. All right, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't throw in the towel just because things feel a little bit uncomfortable. That shows that you are a mature person and that you can speak to people as, you know, an honest and moral adult if we can talk about the things that make us uncomfortable. So, you know, whatever may have happened in the past that you're trying to get past, you know, keep working through it. All right, I see something here that needs to be saved. okay? Something that needs to be preserved. And there's going to be outside forces that are going to want to fuck shit up for you, okay? And I know that this doesn't necessarily have to talk about love, you know, for everybody. But with this situation here, whatever that, how do I want to say it? Whatever it is that can come in and kind of like seduce you or tempt you. My question is, where is their morality if they know you have something going on and they're trying to get into it, okay? If you truly love a person, and if you're the cross-watcher who wants to get in but you know you can't, if you guys truly love someone, or if you truly want a situation to work out in your favor, you have to just kind of let it go and put good intentions into the atmosphere. Because once we start forcing things and once we start meddling and just, you know, getting our hands into places that they shouldn't be, it's just bad karma on both ends. And I feel like if a person truly loves you, they're going to take a step back and say, you know what, look, try to work it out, see what's going to happen. If not, I'll be here, okay? But for someone who truly loves a person, they're not going to come into their life and cause drama. That's how I feel. All right. I personally, and I'm not judging anyone by any means. I know love is love, and sometimes we just fall in love with people that could be unattainable for us. Okay, so I am not judging at all. But if I truly love a person, especially if I ended up falling in love with the person who's with somebody else, you know, I would really just stay back. I wouldn't want to intervene. I wouldn't want to be the reason why something fell apart. Okay, but again, I do light work, so maybe I just don't like, you know, the bad energy that it brings. But yeah, so really think about how people are putting themselves out there and if it's the healthiest thing. Okay, so a lot to think about, guys, but definitely something I feel that can be preserved. Now, I post daily energies every day, guys, on Instagram. So I pull 3 cards or 6 cards sometimes, just to let you know what's going on in your day. High Vibrations 44. If you guys have questions, I also answer questions there as well, or you could do it through emails or my website. Now, on my website, guys, I completely changed my system. I have let everybody know, but I want to keep saying it for the next few months so, you know, everyone's fully caught up. So if you guys need a full-length reading, you can just go to my website, just pick the day that you want the reading on, and you will get it that day. All right. And if you guys choose the reading option where we speak live, then I will get in touch with you so that we can choose a time. All right, guys. So Virgo, I love you. Play it smart this month, guys. Play it smart.